What's up, people? How's it going? That's right. Throw the metal. That's right. Too much metal for one hand. There you go. I am alive. I'm doing much better than last week. I had a little stomach bug, and I contemplated briefly broadcasting the show live from the bathroom, but I don't know. I don't think that would have gone so well. But we're back this week. Good to be back. I missed you guys, and we got a pretty good show planned for tonight. We're going to do a little bit of an extended version of the show, probably closer to 2 hours, probably about an hour and a half or so, because we're going to review 2 devices tonight instead of the 1 device that I've been doing recently. So, yeah. I know my hair is getting long. No, I'm not growing it out. I'm just lazy. I need to shave it off. So yeah, I'll probably do that at some point soon. I am not in the bathroom right now. I'm actually in our warehouse, in the Giant Vapes warehouse right now. So, but it does. I guess yeah, that's funny. Yeah, there's like. Those are glass tiles around the window. They do kind of look like bathroom tiles, though. That's funny. I never thought of that. So, yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff going on tonight. We got a ton of giveaways. We have a new sponsor, Vape Affliction. We're going to give away an entire juice line in 30 milliliter bottles from them. It's actually the Pure Ecstasy juice line, which is coming soon to Giant Vapes, by the way. We added another giveaway that I didn't even announce. I just announced it in the Giant Vapes group just a few minutes ago. But we're doing another giveaway that was kind of unplanned. We're going to give away the entire Alloy Blends Electrum line. So that's 3 30 milliliter bottles. And then a whole bunch of other stuff, the usual stuff, the gift certificate to Giant Vapes and Allison Vapeland and a bunch of other juice. And so we got a lot of stuff to give away. We're also going to be giving away a limited edition Trinity from iHybrid Mods. It's the blue line, and this is what it looks like here. That's the blue line Trinity. Fancy. And we'll be giving that away later in the show. So all kinds of good stuff tonight. We're going to review the Prometey V2 by a modders group from the Ukraine. We're going to be reviewing the Trinity by iHybrid Mods. And we've got some interesting mod news to talk about too. So why don't we get started with a giveaway. So first off, let me just explain how this works for those that haven't been to the show, and also to those who haven't been to the show in a few weeks and maybe weren't aware of the new format. So what we have now is we have a new method for doing the giveaway info gathering. So if you win something, you no longer have to send me an email with all the information. All you do is you go to this link that I'm posting in chat right now, and you fill out that form with the appropriate information. I'll tell you what to put in there, and that sends an email over to our giveaway email. So you just fill a little form out. You don't have to worry about getting my email address, and I'll tell you exactly what information that we need from you if you do win something on the show. Also, the juice and miscellaneous giveaways are treated separate from the mod giveaways as far as how many times you can win on the show. You can win one from each category. So, for example, if you win a gift certificate to Allison Vapeland, that does not eliminate you from the iHybrid Mods Trinity drawing later in the show, and vice versa. However, you can't win juice twice or win a charger and juice, and so on. So hopefully that's all clear. And why don't we get started with that giveaway from Allison Vapeland. And here we go. So this giveaway from my friends over at Allison Vapeland is for a gift certificate that's for enough money to purchase a 15 milliliter bottle of juice and also cover domestic shipping. So obviously you can use the gift certificate towards something bigger if you want to, but it will cover a free bottle of juice plus shipping for you. So bear with me one sec while I pull a list of everybody in chat and run it through the random reorganizer. Let's see here. And who we got? Rushman. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. If you win something, you have to be present and you have to claim your prize, please. You can't just be in chat. We also need you to confirm whether or not you want it. If you don't want it, then it goes on to the next person on the list. So, Rushman, I need you to confirm whether or not you want the gift certificate from Allison Vapeland, please. Oh, Rushman. Hey, Winchkin. Okay. So that goes on to number 2, Darth Seville. Darth Seville, would you like a gift certificate to Allison Vapeland? Darth Seville. Darth Seville, wake up. Come on, guys, pay attention. Chop, chop. We just started the show. Don't fall asleep already. All right, I'm going to give you until 8:09 on my computer clock, and then it goes on to number 3. Come on. Yeah, I don't want to waste all night doing this. I'm gonna keep it. The timer's getting a little bit shorter because we spent quite a bit of time waiting for people to wake up last show. So, all right, on to number 3, radio with 2 O's. Radio. Come on, radio. Give me a yay or nay in chat. Oh my god, you guys are killing me. Is anyone paying attention? My god. Radio, wake up. Radio is here. Did he give me a confirmation? I didn't see it in chat. Oh yeah, here he is. Okay. All right, sorry. There you go. I got you. All right, awesome. Thank you. All right, radio. Thanks to a piff and a no-show, you just won yourself a gift certificate to Allison Vapeland. So what I need you to do is I need you to go to this link. Oh, the one that Jedi just posted. Thank you, Jedi. Fill everything out there. The vendor is Allison Vapeland. and you want a gift certificate, all we need is your email address. We don't need a shipping address or anything, so just fill that out, and you'll get a gift certificate sent from Allison Vapeland before they open for business when their portal opens next week. So congratulations. All right, let's see. Next up, we are going to do another giveaway. Hopefully people are awake for this one. We are going to give a couple things away, actually, from Giant Vapes. So first off, like we do every week, if anyone is interested in making a purchase at Giant Vapes tonight, viewers of the show get a special discount code that we do unless I'm sick, every week on the show. This is good until the end of the night tonight. So here's the coupon code for Giant Vapes. There you go. Vape on TV 10, give you 10% off. Also, we're going to give away a $25 gift certificate. So, yep, I'm going to redo the list, don't worry. And here we go. Let me pull the list from everybody in chat. All right, so again, this is for a $25 gift certificate to Giant Vapes. And Peace Chick, would you like a $25 gift certificate to Giant Vapes? Yes, all right, congrats, Peace Chick. So go to the Vape on TV winners link, which I'll post here in just a sec. There you go. So go there, fill out the form. The vendor is Giant Vapes. The name of my show is all meshed up. And all I need from you is your email address, and we'll send the coupon code over to you later on tonight, as long as you get that over to us tonight. So that'll be after the show that I send it over, not during the show. Congratulations. Now, we're doing another giveaway. This is not technically a giveaway from Giant Vapes, although this juice brand is something that we carry exclusively at Giant Vapes, at least online exclusively. It's also available in some brick and mortars. But this is the Electrum line from Alloy Blends. Crucible, Luster, and Vented. All right. Those are 30 ml bottles, so that's 90 milliliters of juice total. The winner will get all three in the nicotine level of their choice. Not bad. Let's see. They're really good too. You can check out, if you go to Giant Vapes and look up Alloy Blends, you can see the flavor profiles on there. But I'm a big fan. All right, let's see. Let me pull the list. And that chit chat room. Let me get a yay or nay from you in chat, please, sir or ma'am. All right, congratulations, that chit chat room. So what you need to do is go to the Vape on TV winners page here. I just linked it in chat. Fill out the form there. Username, email address, the vendor. Put Giant Vapes as the vendor. And in the comments, if you could mention Alloy Blends. And then I also need the nicotine level that you want and your shipping address. And there are places to put that information in the form. So just fill that out and we will get that out to you ASAP. Congratulations. So, all right. A few giveaways out of the way. Let's move on to mod news, shall we? Let's see here. So, first up, and this is a couple of these are a little older because we didn't have the show last week, but I want to touch on them anyway. So, first off, I want to mention the Vapor Giant. So, this is a kind of an interesting setup. If you're interested in getting more information about this, the best place to go is the Facebook group. If you don't speak German, get your Google Translate ready to go before you go in there. Most of it is in German. There's a little bit of English in there, but basically this is a mod addy combination that is a large atomizer with a mod capable of using either one or two 26650 devices, or 26650 batteries. So it's very, very large. It's pretty pricey too. You're looking at 359 euros for the whole setup. So it's pricey, but looks pretty cool. The price includes the mod, the atomizer, a steel tank for the atomizer, polycarbonate tank, the stacking tube so that you can extend it out to stacked 26650s, and then it also comes with the Vapor Giant drip tip. And despite the name, I am not affiliated with this project in any way. I believe that it's called that just because it is a gigantic device. Again, you know, similar to the Congestus with the ability to run it with stacked 26650s. So it's made in Austria, food grade stainless steel. They're starting the production on Monday, and I believe you'll be able to order them starting in March, and they'll be delivered immediately after ordering. I don't think this is going to be one of these situations where you pay months ahead of time before you receive the device. The final design is a little bit different than what you see in the picture. The picture is actually a prototype. It's about 8 millimeters shorter, and the two grooves on the top have been removed from the final design. Without the drip tip, the overall length is going to be 167 millimeters, and it's 32.5 millimeter diameter. So it is a big honkin' device. It is very pricey. But, you know, if this is, you know, if you're a mod collector, looks like it could be an interesting one. So, let's see. Next up, we've got the Revolver from Vapor Shock. I don't have a ton of information about this. They are not in production yet. If you want some more info, here's a link to their Facebook page, the Vapor Shock Facebook page. One thing, I will say this though, the locking mechanism is a really, really interesting design. There's a video of it on their Facebook page. You should check it out. The way that the locking mechanism works is basically you have the switch as it's pictured in the picture to my right, your left. That's what it looks like when it's not locked. When you lock it, what you do is you pull the switch out, turn it, and let go, and it snaps into place. There's no gap. So the whole reason that they designed it this way was to create a gapless device when the device is locked. And it's got a very firm lock from what I understand as well. It's designed not to turn in your pocket like the one of the issues with the Fugatti hybrid. As much as I love that device, the lock on it was very kind of, not flimsy, but it was easy to unlock unintentionally in your pocket. Not the case with this one. So, looks pretty cool. As soon as we get some more information on it, I'll mention it. But yeah, looks pretty neat. Let's see. Next up, we have the Armada by Grand Vapor. I could not for the life of me find any information about this guy. Here is the link to their website. I found some pictures. These are the same guys that make the Trident Dripper. It's got, I know that it's got dual airflow control with that airflow control ring that you see around the top, and it is a hybrid. Other than that, I don't have any other information. I looked for a while. I couldn't find anything on their website. I couldn't find anything on their Facebook page. I saw something that said that they're now available, but I think it was only available in Philippine brick and mortars. So I'm sure that they will hit the U.S. at some point. But looks pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know what the price is, Zodiac. I couldn't find it anywhere. So maybe someone will be better at snooping and finding some information than I am, but I could not find one. My guess is it's probably going to be around $200. Typically, the hybrids coming from the Philippines are right around that range, so that would be my guess. Maybe low 200s. I don't. It might be a little bit less though, because the Trident was actually a little less than a lot of the drippers that I had seen before. So, all right, let's see. Next up, we have, and this is one that has been out for a little bit now, but I haven't talked about it in mod news yet. This is the Inax by Athea. If you want to get some more information about the Inax or more information about Athea, thank you, Ewok. That is the website for Athea mods. You can purchase this guy. It's out of stock right now at vapus.net. There's the link for vapus.net. It's 110 euros from vapus.net. Just give you a little bit of information about this guy. Obviously, this is a render in the photo, but this is it's an interesting setup and an interesting design for a Genesis. It's apparently extremely easy to wick and coil because of the unique design of the setup. The wick is set up around the positive pole, which minimizes the problems of hot legs, and there's plenty of room to maneuver to wrap the coil from top to bottom. The hot spots also seem to be less frequent with the Inax as well. This is all information I'm getting from the website. So it is a 22 millimeter device. It's 45 millimeters. It's got a 45 millimeters high. Sorry, it's got a 510 connection, and the mouthpiece is included. It's 33 millimeters without the mouthpiece, the drip tip. 2.5 milliliter tank capacity. The air hole is 1.4 millimeters. It is all 316 surgical grade stainless steel. The mouthpiece and 510 insulator are PTFE Teflon, and then all of the O-rings are silicone. So, and the positive contact is sterling silver, so it's going to be highly conductive. That's within the 510 connection, so I don't believe there's going to be any silver in contact with the juice. So, looks pretty cool. I've heard very good things about it. Hopefully I'll be reviewing one of these on the show at some point in the future. But that is the Inax from Athea. Let's see. Next up, is the Isotope Hybrid from RackRev, and this is available over at Lucky Deuces. This is available as a Genesis or Dripper hybrid, from what I understand. It's $175. It's a stainless steel hybrid with a modular body and atomizer, and it will accommodate any 18 series battery. I haven't seen under the cap. I don't know what the Addy deck looks like. There's not really a whole ton of information on the site, but there it is. It looks kind of cool, and it's $175 from Lucky Deuces. So let's see here. Next up, we've got the Mastantuano mod. So another one that a whole lot of information is not available for this guy right now. It's in prototype stage. No pricing information or specs have been released yet from what I've seen. There's the link though if you want to check it out. I think it's a pretty cool looking device. It basically, from what I understand, it's a dual coil capable airflow controlled Genesis style hybrid. And the air control ring has 3 air hole sizes: 1 millimeter, 1.2 millimeter, and 1.4 millimeter. And you can run it single or dual. So you could run, a single on any of those 3 air holes, or dual in any of those. So you can open it up all the way up to dual 1.4 millimeter air holes, which is pretty pretty airy. That's about all I've got. Again, if you want to keep tabs on the Facebook page, that's what I linked earlier. There will be more information coming on that, I'm sure. But for now, that's all she wrote. And I haven't seen any more information about it. So, but it looks pretty cool. It's kind of an interesting design. It reminds me a little bit of like it's like feels kind of Fogati hybrid-ish, maybe Chiyu on the bottom, but I don't know. Looks pretty interesting though. The way the airflow is designed, it's very, very high up on the cap, which makes me interested to see what it looks like under the deck. If you look in the picture, you can see those air holes are very, very high and close to the drip tip. So it may have a very, very small chamber and a large juice capacity. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. So, let's see. Next up, we're going to do a couple more giveaways, and then we'll talk about some vape mail. So, first, we're going to do a giveaway from Vapor Craze. This one is for 4 randomly selected bottles of juice, 15 milliliter bottles. The flavors are randomly chosen. You get to pick the nicotine level though. So 60 milliliters of juice total, not bad. Let me pull a list of everyone in chat. Let's see what we got here. Thanks for coming by tonight, everybody. There's quite a few people here. Let's see. And Scorpiorpio. Nice name, I like that. Scorpiorpio, let me get a confirmation from you, yay or nay, in chat, whether or not you want the juice from Vapor Craze, please. If not, it'll go on to the next person. I'm guessing that's a yes. Congratulations, Scorpiorpio. So all you got to do is go to the Vape On Winners page. In there, put your username, email address. The vendor is Vapor Craze. Show name's all meshed up. And then in the comments, we just need your nicotine level and then your shipping address, because the flavors are going to be randomly selected. So, yep, just nick level, shipping address in there, and that's all we need, and you'll be good to go. Congratulations. So, yeah, Scorpiorpio is a pretty damn good name. I like that one. All right, next up, another giveaway. This one's from RTD Vapor. This is for a sweet charger, the Nightcore IntelliCharger i2, which is a fantastic charger if you're in need of a battery charger. Fits pretty much every battery out there, and they work extremely well. So let's see what we got. And Hoofhearted 62. confirmation from you in chat, please. And Nightcore IntelliCharger i2 Hoofhearted from RTD Vapor, unless you want to pass. All right, you need a new charger. Perfect. Congratulations. You know how to fill out the form. Vendors RTD Vapor, and I just need your shipping address for the info. All right, cool. So let's talk about vape mail for a sec. Let's see here. So I got a couple cool things this week. Since the last show, anyway. One of them is this guy that we're going to be reviewing tonight. That's the Trinity. We'll talk more about that later, though. Also received this little fella that I'm pretty excited about. So we're talking about the Prometey tonight, the Prometey V2. But this is the new dripping atomizer, which looks very similar to the Prometey on camera, but it's much, much smaller. This is the Achilles atomizer from the same modder that makes the Prometey. This is designed specifically for dripping, and it's actually, as much as it looks the same as the Prometey on the outside, it's actually quite different internally. And I'll just show you real quick what I'm talking about here. It's actually a really interesting setup. This thing holds I'm not going to drop an F-bomb, I almost just did. It holds a metric ton of juice. So not only do you have the raised air post there, which allows you to fill it up with juice all the way to almost the top of that air post, but it's also got a huge juice well in the bottom there. So this is a dripper that's capable of holding, I think, like 2.5 mils of juice, 2 mils or 2.5 mils of juice without leaking, which is crazy. And the reason why is because it also has a raised post where the drip tip goes in there. I don't know if you can see that there. So even if you turn it upside down, the juice actually rests around the drip tip hole and does not leak out the top. It doesn't leak out the bottom because there's no air hole in the side. It's got this chimney system with the air hole there, and then the air hole on the side of the device right there. I'm pretty impressed. It looks really, really cool, and I really enjoy dripping. Partly because I enjoy the flavor of dripping, and also partly out of necessity for the business, trying new juices that we're looking and adding, and making sure that I can talk about all of the different stuff that we carry. So I tend to, when I have the option to, I tend to drip, unless I'm reviewing a Genesis of some kind. So that's real exciting. I'm pretty stoked about that little guy. And also, I received, kind of not unexpectedly, because I was not expecting to receive a tracking number for this guy. That came out of nowhere. But I was surprised to get this guy in the mail from Bishop Mods. This is the long-awaited gray Bishop. Pretty nice packaging too. Check this out. Make sure I don't drop anything here. Comes in this nice little pouch here, all rolled up, fancy. So this is a pretty interesting hybrid, and I believe also capable of being used as a 510 mod. The gray Bishop. This is one that I was supposed to test the prototype, and when they finished up the prototypes, they had a whole bunch of issues with the prototypes, so they actually ended up scrapping that. I mean, they didn't scrap them entirely; it's still essentially the same design, but they did a whole new run. It delayed the whole project, but these guys are very, very detail oriented, and wanted to make sure this is an extremely high quality device. So, you know, and I don't believe they took payment for any devices before these guys were ready to go out, if I remember correctly. So I'm very excited to finally get it. It's been a while. You know, I talked to the modder way back in the summer of last year about it originally when he asked if I could prototype test for him. So finally got it, and we'll be talking about it on the show here in the very near future. It's a pretty interesting design. I'm not going to go through it right now, obviously, because there's a whole lot of detail, but it's got a very, very tiny chamber for a Genesis, and the button on it is a really unique design as well. It looks pretty cool, so we'll get into greater detail about that later, though. So that's it for Vape Mail, I believe. I think that's everything for this week, for the last 2 weeks. So, let's see. So why don't we give away some more stuff, and then we'll start doing some reviews. So first off, we are going to do a giveaway from E6 Vapors. So this is for 3 flavors from E6 Vapors. You get to pick the flavors from their wide selection on their website. And also you get to pick the nicotine level as well. And you get 3 18 milliliter bottles, so 54 milliliters of juice. Pretty good. Pretty good deal. But hell, 1 milliliter of juice is pretty good deal if you're getting it for free, though, right? Am I right? Let's see here. All right, let's see what we got. And Pharaoh. Let me get a yay or nay from you in chat, please. All right, congrats, Pharaoh. Don't just tell me if you're here. You got to tell me if you want it or not. I appreciate you being here, though. All right, I'm going to assume that's a yes. Congratulations. So what you need to do, Jedi was kind enough to link the E6 Vapors website for you. Go to E6 Vapors, pick out the 3 flavors that you want, and then once you picked out the 3 flavors, you're going to go to the Vape on Winners page here. There you go, 2 links back to back. That's all you got to do. E6 Vapors, and then go to the Winners page, fill out the form. The vendor's E6. The show is all meshed up, of course. And then in the comments, put the 3 flavors you want, the nicotine level that you want, and then there's a space for your mailing address as well. Make sure you put that in there too. And congratulations. I hope you were listening. Excuse me. Next up, another giveaway from Vape Syndicate. This one is for a 30 milliliter bottle of juice in your choice of flavor from Vape Syndicate. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. All right. Are we back? Let me know if you guys can see me. Hold on. All right. Are we back? All right, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Woohoo! Good times, good times. I love me some Vaughn. It seems that Wednesdays are not the best day to have a show on Vaughn Live, since this happens pretty much every week. But anyway, let's move on and do a giveaway. Next up is giveaway from Vape Syndicate. Hold on a sec. All right, so this giveaway is for a 30 milliliter bottle of juice from Vape Syndicate. You get to pick the flavor. If you like menthol at all, I highly recommend Throat Yogurt. It's one of my all-time favorites. Jungle Fever is really good too. But anyway, let's see what we got in chat. All right, excuse me. And Brawny Son, would you like some juice? All right, congratulations, Brawny. So what you need to do is you need to go to vapesyndicate.com, which Jedi just linked, pick out the flavor that you want, and then you're going to go to our winners page and fill out the form. So username, email, the name of the vendor is Vape Syndicate, show names all meshed up, and then in the comments put the flavor and nicotine level that you want, and then your shipping address as well, please. Congratulations. All right, so let's see. What do we have up next? We are going to do a review. Hold on. All right, let's talk about the Prometey V2 by the Modders Group from the Ukraine. So, Prometey V2 is currently in pre-order status. If you're interested in picking one of these up, which you may be already, or maybe after I'm done with the review, here is the link. It's 110 euros, so about 140 bucks. Some information about changes from the original Prometey design. It's a new design physically. It's now a 22 millimeter atomizer. It's designed to increase the flavor and vapor production from the original version a couple different ways. One, the coil is closer to the air chamber, to the airflow hole, the chimney that goes up to the drip tip. That increases the warmth, flavor of the vape. Also, it now has adjustable airflow, so it allows you to dial in the draw that you want, anything from nil to all the way up to about I think it's about a 1.3 to 1.4 millimeter draw. I don't have the actual specifics, but that's what it feels like, about a 1.3, 1.4 millimeter air hole with it open all the way. And it's designed to sit flush and look really clean on a mechanical mod, where the original Prometey was designed to look really nice on a Provari. And then they came out with a couple of different revisions of the Prometey V1 that, one that was really more designed to look nice on a mechanical, and then there was a dripper version as well. But this is really designed to look real nice on a 22 millimeter mechanical mod, which is the size of the vast majority of the mods out there today. So, hold on, let me hold this up so you guys can get a good look at it while I continue to talk about it. Hold on here. This is the Prometey. What? Let's get the zoom going here. Hold on. Or autofocus, rather. There you go. So this is the newest Prometey, the V2. So anyway, let me give you the technical specs. So it's all titanium, 22 millimeter diameter. The height, not including the drip tip and the 510 connection, is 45 millimeters. The body of the device is 42 millimeters. But it has a little bit of a little ledge on the top that you can see there. The volume of the synthetic filter material, the filler material, is 4 cubic centimeters. I'll show you what I'm talking about with that in just a little bit. It holds about 3.5 milliliters of juice in tank mode, and in drip mode it holds about 1.7 milliliters of juice. It weighs approximately 31 grams, very, very light. And it uses the same synthetic filler material that you would use in a spheroid, the Prometey V1 Axiom, to hold the liquid. You can use other materials as well. You could actually use stainless steel mesh if you wanted to, although that's a little bit expensive. Although you can pretty much use that forever because you can just clean it off every time you want to change flavors, and it'll last forever since you're not actually heating up the mesh that's holding the juice. So we'll get into the differences between the drip tank mode and the drip mode when we go through the internals on the device. And what is included with this is you get the drip tip that's on there. You also get the atomizer that you can see there that I'm holding up. You also receive a fancy little box that says Prometey on it, which means Prometheus, by the way, in case you were wondering. And then you get filler material. You get spare O-rings, spare washers, Kanthal. You get a Allen key, which is used for adjusting the airflow. You get additional spare parts, all the extra parts in case you have anything break or any problems with the device. You can replace the parts, extra screws, insulators, all the goodies. And you do also get some Eco Wool to go with it as well. So it comes with a whole bunch of goodies, you know, which is nice because ordering spare parts from the Ukraine is problematic. And it comes with a full kit, so if anything, you know, if you ever melt an insulator or something breaks on it for whatever reason, you don't need to worry about that because you will have spares. So let's talk about this little device. First of all, we'll start at the bottom with the 510 connection. Let me zoom in. It's nice and close here. So it is engraved and serialized. So as you can see, this is number 3. It's a very low number, which means that it hits extremely hard. Yes, that's a joke. The 510 connection is adjustable, as you can see. It is a threaded screw. There's an O-ring in there that's insulating it. And then that little hole that you see just to the left of the serial number there, that is where you insert the Allen key and adjust the airflow, okay? You have, on the side, you have the Prometey engraving, okay? You also have, on the other side, air hole that goes up into the chimney on the inside of the device that we'll talk about here in just a little bit. Body of the device, top cap. It's got some engraving on the top, which I think looks actually pretty cool. And then you have this little ledge on the top, and then the drip tip fits into that. I'll show you what it looks like without the drip tip, which is on there nice and snug. Okay, that's that little ledge I was talking about. So pop that back in there. I do like that the drip tip fits in there nice and snug, which is good. Don't have to worry about knocking that off in your pocket. So, inside the device. Now, this is a very, very versatile device. You have the ability to set this up a number of different ways, okay? Now, what I have done is I used it for a little while with the filler, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit later because I switched it over to dripper mode. So what I did was I set it up with a UWIC with flat Kanthal wire, as you can see. That's actually a solid 200 mesh UWIC which when there's enough room to fit such a thing, I really like using the solid 200 mesh U-Wicks. I find they work really well in a dripper. And again, that's that's 0.8 millimeter flat Canthal, if you're curious. So you can see on the inside there, I'm going to try to angle the camera so that you can see what I'm talking about. In between the positive and the negative post, you see that chimney there where the airflow comes through, okay? And it's positioned directly underneath the coil. So the air comes in through this side hole, and then that side hole can be screwed closed and adjusted accordingly with the little Allen key screw that you see there on the bottom to tighten or open the draw, and then the airflow comes up through that little chimney. Now what that does is that allows you to fill this up with juice all the way to just below the top of that chimney. So you can put a lot of juice in this device without it flooding. And it won't flood if you turn it on its side because there's no hole in the side of the device. And it won't flood if you turn it upside down because it has a tube on the inside of the device that the juice sits around, and I'll show you that here in just a sec. So this is what I was talking about, and hopefully you can see this. I know it's kind of dark, but you can see that raised tube on the inside there. So when you turn it upside down, the juice sits inside that well there, okay? Now, if you set this up, and I've got a little bit of juice coming out, I don't want to drip on my laptop. So now if you set this up with that filler material that I showed you, the way that that works is the filler material is wrapped around that little chimney that you see in there, and that will hold the juice. And you set it up pretty much the same way that I set this up, except the wick is pointing up rather than down so that it's in contact with that filler material. The filler material holds the juice, and it feeds down the inverted wick to the coil, okay? So it's gravity fed, which helps improve the wicking, and it actually helps improve the flavor as well. You don't have any flavor. What happens with inverted or top fed wicks is sometimes you'll get some flavor separation in the juice and you lose a little bit of the flavor at the bottom of the tank. But you don't get that with the inverted wick setup that's gravity fed. So really, really cool. Again, you know, I don't have it set up with the filler material right now because I tested that out first and then switched over to testing it out in dripper mode. I can assure you that it works very, very well in that mode as well. Now, those of you that have been watching my show for a long time may remember how much I love the original Prometey. At the time, it was, when I reviewed it, it was, in my opinion, the best silica, well, designed for silica. Obviously, you can set it up with mesh like I did, atomizer that I had ever used, as far as sharpness and warmth of flavor, which is what I personally look for. You know, I know a lot of people are more into the cloud chasing and vapor production. It's just personal preference. I go for heat and flavor. And this device, now this actually surprised me. This device, even though it is wider and it has a larger chamber, it still gives that same hot, flavorful vape as the original Prometey V1. I can't tell a noticeable difference in vaping the two side by side. In fact, I think that if they hadn't made those changes that I talked about when I was talking about the introduction to this device, where they made that chimney a little bit longer so that it's closer to the coil, so that the you know, there's less space in between the coil and the point where the vapor is traveling up to the drip tip. I think if they hadn't made that change, this probably would be a little bit cooler vape than the original Prometey because of the increased chamber size. But because of that change, I think that kind of compensated for it and put it about on the same level. So what I'm getting at is I love this thing. It's leak proof, which is just phenomenal. It's light. It holds a lot of juice even in dripper mode because of the fact that you can. In fact, I'm going to fill it up right now. Because of the fact that you can fill it up until you know, you get to just below the top of that little chimney there. I like that you don't have to put drops in. You just, you know, squeeze a whole dropper cap full and just right in there. You don't need to count drops. Awesome. Let me take a vape. So the vapor production's really good. The flavor's awesome. The vapor production obviously is not going to be as intense as what you get with a dripper with wide open air holes, but you're also going to get better flavor from this without having to go crazy low ohm. The only thing that I don't like about this device is this. And let me see, and I want to see if you can hear this. Hear that? It's got a little tiny bit of a whistle. And I think that if there had been a chamfer on the air hole on the outside, I would probably eliminate the whistle. It's not bad. Now, I mean, I was doing that with the air hole right up against the microphone, so it's probably more pronounced. But it does have a little bit of a whistle. That's the only thing that I can say negative about the device, though. It's actually, for what it is, for what you're getting, for the quality of the device, solid titanium, really well made, multifunctional device. You can set this up as a tank or as a dripper. The price is not bad. It's still a high-end device. This is not, you know, a $20, $30 piece of equipment. This is a, you know, still a high-end product, but you know, you're not getting up into that 200 to 250 range that you get with some of the high-end atomizers. This is in that right around 130, 140, and it comes with all the spares and stuff. So, I mean, consider that probably about 20 bucks worth of stuff right there. That you don't ever have to order if you melt an insulator or something like that. So I personally think it's a pretty reasonable buy, even though it is not certainly not an inexpensive product. I can't say enough good things about this device. So absolutely love the way it vapes. The flavor's phenomenal, and I am in love with it. And we'll be putting this one in the keeper pile for sure. Yeah, a lot of them do whistle, and it's because airflow control is getting so popular, and AFC has a tendency to whistle if you don't chamfer the outside of the air hole. So anyway, so there you have it. That is the Prometey V2. Definitely a big fan. I guess it's about 150 bucks with the conversion rate right now. I think when I bought it, it was about 140. So, but anyway, so yeah, keep an eye on the conversion rate before you buy one, and maybe you can get it for a little bit cheaper. Like I said, it's pre-order right now at the titanium-mods.com if you want to check it out. And yeah, I absolutely love mine. So there you have it. So let's do another giveaway, and then we'll review, and then we'll talk about the Trinity for my iHybrid mods. This next giveaway that we're gonna do is actually from my newest sponsor, from Vape Affliction. Vape Affliction is a pretty cool site. He's got quite a bit of high-end gear up there. He's got some cool stuff. He's actually given me a couple things for review. And if you're in the Giant Vapes group over on Facebook, he's actually the one that provided the Romulus hybrid for me to review, and the one that we're giving away in the giveaway there. So what we're giving away on the show tonight, though, this is a big one. Get ready. The entire Pure Ecstasy line of juice from Vape Affliction. So this is in 30 milliliter bottles. That's 6 flavors. So it's 180 milliliters of juice in the nicotine level of your choice. Okay. Yeah. So, and they retail for $22 a bottle. So yeah, you're looking at $132 worth of juice, 180 milliliters, the entire line. And if you haven't seen the Pure Ecstasy, it's really good juice. They're the ones that have the wax, the red wax sealed caps. You may have seen them on Facebook if you haven't tried them. But yeah, 180 milliliters of juice. Let's see who's going to be the lucky winner on this one. Sec. And Rebel Vapor. Want some juice, Rebel Vapor? So close, Paul. You've won enough stuff, though. All right, Rebel Vapor says nice. Congratulations, Rebel Vapor. Wait, seriously? You piffing it? If you piff, then Pack 79's gonna win. Not that I don't want him to win, I just want to make sure that you're piffing, because you said nice first. All right, now that goes to the next person then. That's Paul. Pack 79, you just won 180 milliliters worth of juice. Congratulations. I think that's his 3rd win on the show. Nice. Now, granted, he's been watching since the beginning, but still. Congratulations, man. So, what you need to do is go here to the winner's form. Put your name, email address. For the vendor, put Vape Affliction. Show name obviously is all meshed up. And then in the comments, just put the nicotine level that you want, and then put your shipping address in there too. So, congrats, Paul. All right, yeah, 180 milliliters worth of juice. That's pretty damn sweet, and nice piff on that, Rebel Vapor. As Paul said, he's poor and he needs juice, so right on. All right, so that was the giveaway from Vape Affliction, and now we're going to review the Trinity from iHybrid Mods. Let's see. So, all right. Let me take a vape real quick before we start talking about this. Okay, so the Trinity from iHybrid Mods. Let me take the Prometey off here so you guys can get a good look at this guy. Now, I will say before I start this review, there's going to be a wide range of these devices appearance-wise, okay? There are going to be some that are aluminum, there are going to be some that are stainless steel, there are going to be some in different colors, there are going to be some with the gem, without the gem, so there's going to be quite a wide variety of these devices. So yours may not look like this, but let me give you close up while we talk about this guy. So, oh, a little too close. This is the Trinity. There we go, now we're in focus. So the Trinity from iHybrid Mods, okay? It's going to be available in 18500 mode like this guy. It's also going to be available in 18650 size. Primarily these will be available in aluminum. There will also be stainless steel version of the device that's going to be serialized, done in small batches only, and will also have laser engraving. The aluminum versions there will be a couple different versions. There's going to be the production version, and then there's going to be various different limited edition Trinities, this being one of them. The limited edition ones will have gems in different colors, and there'll be different variations of the limited edition ones. This one is, like I said, an LE. And then the production models will have no gem, and then the grooves that you see on the bottom, they'll be actually equal width. The body of the device is aluminum, like I said. Inside you have brass and aluminum telescoping positive pin. The aluminum piece is in contact with the 510 positive point on your atomizer, and then it's got a brass inset screw into that telescopes in and out to remove battery rattle. And then the contact point on the negative side in the switch is brass as well. Replacement parts, primarily the screws for these, will be stocked and will be available at a very reasonable price in case you lose one of the screws or something. The price range on these is going to vary depending on what type you get, where you buy it, and whether it's limited edition or not, and so on and so forth. They're going to range anywhere from probably $100 to $150, depending on the device and the shop that's carrying them, as it's they have a suggested retail price, but shops can charge whatever they like for it. So this is the Trinity close-up. Let's get even closer. Okay, so first off, you have this really nice look on the switch. You've got the Trinity iHybrid engraving on the bottom, and then you see that black anodized ring around the bottom. I think that looks pretty sweet personally. Okay, now you'll notice the switch doesn't screw off. What the what? We'll get into that in just a little bit. You have the grooves on the side, media blasted aluminum finish. You have those two holes right there, which are for battery ventilation, and then you've got the little Swarovski crystal in there as well. Okay, body of the device, as you can see, media blasted. This is the media blasted aluminum. Top cap, and then you have the Trinity logo on the top cap as well. Okay, inside the device we have a battery. Oh, crazy, right? Now, this, I apologize, it's going to be difficult to see. You know what? One sec. I have an LED light that I can shine in here so you can see the inside. I should have put it over here by the table, sorry. Here we go. Yeah, exactly. Beer run. So, I want you to see the inside of this, and I want to see if I can position this so that you can. Okay. Hey, that actually worked out okay. So, inside the device, you've got the insulator down on the bottom there, and then the brass contact down on the inside. Okay. The switch is built into the device. Now, obviously, the button comes out. It can be disassembled for maintenance and cleaning, but that switch does not come off. The reason it's designed this way is the less threading, the less voltage loss you're going to get, in theory. We'll see. Well, I'll talk about whether or not that's in practice as well in just a sec. Now, the top cap of the device, you have insulator there, and then you have that aluminum piece with the brass contact threaded into it, or the brass screw threaded into it. That's a piece of aluminum there that threads into the insulator, and that comes in contact with your battery on the opposite end there. Okay? So, and then on the top you have the airflow grooves, which make that little Trinity logo there. Okay? Let's see. Now, put this guy back together and talk about how it bakes. I'm going to put my Prometey. There we go. So, pretty easy to set this up. You just thread your device down onto the 510. Once you thread it down all the way, then you adjust the aluminum so that it makes contact with the atomizer, and then pop this guy on. And if you need to adjust the height of the screw to eliminate battery rattle, you can. I don't, obviously, because I didn't change it since I had this on there before. So yeah, there you have it. Looks nice, actually, the Trinity and the Prometey together. 22 millimeter, nice and flush. I like the multiple colors got going on there. Looks pretty cool. Now, in testing, this surprised me. I'll be honest. You know, one thing, iHybrid's always been known for having devices that perform extremely well and they hit very hard. Well, this is no exception. This is actually only the second device that I've ever tested. Now, and just so you guys know how I do the voltage or the current loss testing, I have a voltage meter. It's a 510 connection voltage meter. Okay, the way this thing is designed is you screw it onto the device, you fire it, it gives you the voltage of the battery, and then you thread the atomizer into the other end of the voltage meter, and then it gives you the voltage under load. Okay, and then the difference between those two numbers obviously is the voltage loss or the current loss. This is, and sorry, let me back up again. Every single time that I run this test, I use the exact same atomizer, and I use well, I try to use the same battery. Obviously, not every device takes the same size battery, but I use the same exact atomizer. It's a cheap Joytech dripping atomizer. That's a 2 ohm atomizer. The reason I use such a high ohm is that once you get to lower ohms, you get inaccuracies in the readings, and you get a much more consistent, accurate readout if you use you know, a higher ohm coil. And by using that pre-made 2 ohm coil, I can compare everything that I test across the board. Now, that said, this is only the second device that I have ever used that tested at a 0.07 loss under load. Okay, the other one was the Lichen from Bear Brass Mods. This is only the second one that I have ever tested that hits that hard and has that low of a voltage loss. I was surprised, to be honest with you. Nothing against Faceless, but you know, I figured it would perform well, but I figured it would be like a 0.09 or a 0.1, which is where like most good quality, high performance devices are. You know, I've only ever had a couple that tested lower than that. The Nemesis tested at a 0.08. The Ramble tested at a 0.08. And then the BBM Steampunk tested at a 0.08, and I think there might have been a couple others. But the Lichen and this are the only devices I've ever used that were a 0.07 voltage loss under load. Now that's initially before using the device for a while. Because it does have brass contacts, you will have to maintain the contacts. And after 2 weeks of use, that went from 0.07 to 0.08, which is the same exact thing that happened on the Lichen. It went from 0.07 to 0.08 after about a week or two of use. So you do need to keep the contacts clean. Keep that in mind because brass does oxidize. But, you know, wow. I was, again, caught off guard by the readout on that. I mean, I could tell that it was performing well in use, just because, you know, I mean, you can tell it hits hard, but I wasn't expecting it to read out at a 0.07. So, you know, performance-wise, you know, doesn't get any better than this guy. Right on par with the Lichen from BBM. The machining on it is nice. I think it looks good. I'm I've seen a few different versions of it. I dig the crystal. It's not for everybody, but I actually like the look of this with the crystal, the little fancy black lines in the crystal there. That's obviously personal preference. The only negative about this device, and this is specific to the version that I have, which is the aluminum body, is that it's very, very light. And I think that if I used a stainless steel Genesis atomizer on this, so something that's got a good sized tank of juice and is a heavier atomizer, it would be very top heavy. However, using it with the Prometey is great because it's titanium, and then the Prometey is very, very light, so that works out really, really well. But that's really it. That's the only negative I can see, to be quite honest with you. You know, everything, the machining's great, everything threads down well, everything's nice and smooth, and there's no, you know, no unevenness to it. The machining's good quality, the engravings look really nice, the anodizing is flawless, and it hits like a truck. So what more do you want? You know, and the price is actually pretty reasonable on it too. He's trying to keep the price as low as he can on these guys. Now it is aluminum, so it's not going to be as durable, you know, obviously as stainless steel. If you want something durable, maybe try to get your hands on one of the stainless steel versions. However, the aluminum's probably going to hit a little bit harder, as aluminum is more conductive than stainless steel. Although I don't know that for sure, of course, because I haven't tested the stainless steel one. Anyway, I'm rambling. I really like the device, though, and it hits incredibly hard. And that's what I look for in a mechanical mod, is something that's going to give you maximum output from the battery that you use, because it's going to allow you to use your battery longer without having to switch batteries. And it's even going to, I mean, when you get into a device that hits this hard, you can set it up with a higher ohm coil, which again is going to increase your battery life, because it's performing like a lower ohm coil would on another device. So I definitely recommend this, and not just because iHybrid Mod sponsors the show. You know, like I said, I mean, it's hitting a 0.07 loss under load with a 2 ohm coil. So it doesn't get any better than that, not that I've seen. So well done, Faceless. Zodiac, I totally look weird without a beard. Yeah, you won't see me without one. Not anytime soon, not unless I lose a bet. So yeah, the price range on the Trinity is going to vary depending on where you buy it from, because it's got a suggested price, but the retailers can set the actual price. It's going to range anywhere from, you know, 100 to 150 bucks depending on who's selling it. Yeah, low hundreds is probably going to be the typical price. So, oh, geez, that's something I left out that I usually talk about in a review. I'm sorry. Let me do a quick zoom in. I can't believe I skipped showing you the throw on the switch. Very short. It's only slightly recessed, just enough so that it doesn't fire off in your pocket when you don't want it to. Firing, not firing. Firing, not firing. It's a very short throw. Very comfortable to use, and it's pretty soft button press too. I've been using it with my pinky knuckle. So, thanks for pointing that out. I usually talk about that, and I skipped it. Yeah, about 1 millimeter. Excuse me. All right, so there you have it. Definitely big thumbs up for me. The Trinity by iHybrid Mods, a high performance, reasonably priced mod. There you have it. Let's give one away, shall we? Now the one that we're going to give away, hold on. The one that we're going to give away is one of the limited edition ones. Comes in a little blue velvet pouch. This is the Blue Line. closer. So this is essentially the same thing that I just reviewed, except this one has the blue Swarovski crystal and blue anodizing. Okay, and then you can see on the bottom it has that sweet blue anodized ring, like the black one that I showed you, and it looks pretty dope. So that's what we're gonna give away. It is sexy as hell. Now, I removed the positive pins and the switch screw from it so that I could have spares for mine. But other than that, it's the same as mine, in a different color. So, all right, hold on a sec. Let's see what we got in chat. And take a bait. All right. Here we go. Who farted? Who farted? Hoof-hearted or who farted? Do you want it? All right, congratulations. It happens sometimes. Sometimes there's 2 wins in a show. But like I said, you can win a juice and you can win a mod. So, congratulations, who farted? Who farted? Who farted? Let's see here. You know how to fill out the form. All right, cool. Very good. Congrats. All right, we still got more. Do we have another? Yeah, we got another giveaway. We're going to do one more giveaway. This one's from Boondock Vapes. Hold on one sec. All right, this one is for a sample pack from Boondock Vapes. 4 6 milliliter bottles of juice from Boondock, so 24 mils of juice. You get to pick the 4 flavors that you want. So, let's see here. Kid is wicked. Let me get a confirmation from you in chat, please. Whether or not you want the juice from Boondock Vapes. Kid is wicked. Wake up. Hey, all right, there we go. Congratulations. All right, so what you need to do is go to boondockvapes.com, pick out 4 flavors, okay? And then you're going to go to this link here and fill out that form. Username, email address. The vendor, again, is Boondock Vapes. The name of the show is all meshed up. And then in the comments, put the 4 flavors and the nicotine level that you want, and then put your shipping address in the shipping address section as well. All right. Congratulations. All right, awesome. So, yeah, that's all the giveaways. Time for some Q&A. And for those of you that haven't been to the show before, I oftentimes will miss what's going on in chat because I'm either reading off of a spreadsheet on my screen or looking at the camera or holding, disassembling a device or whatever. So we do a little Q&A at the end of the show so that you can ask any questions that you might have had during the show that I wasn't able to answer or I might have missed. Or if you just want to chat, if you want to ask questions of anyone that's in the room, Faceless is here. There's other people here too. And doesn't have to be vaping related, and we'll let it go for 10-15 minutes. So all right. Let's see. Yes, congrats to all the winners. What's wrong with only eating meat? Nothing at all. So the XC116, I'll be honest with you, I have never tried it. I know that you can get pre-kiln fired XC116 Nextel wick. I don't know. Maybe I'm being paranoid, but I don't trust it. It's the fact that you have to kiln fire it to get all of the chemicals out of it that are dangerous. I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me. I'm more of a mesh user. If it's hurting your throat, I would just use something else. Yeah, I may be reviewing the Mutant. I'm actually not sure yet. I am very familiar with it, though. Let's see. This is going to sound crazy. I have a rocket. I haven't used it yet because I only use what I'm reviewing. I give everything I review at least a full week. So I will be reviewing the rocket at some point, and when I set it up and start using it, I will let you know. Let's see. Oh, it is the pre-kiln fired. Yeah, I'm not sure. I wish I could answer, but I've actually never used it. Yes, Wicked Backo, we are actually very close to going international. So we've had Australia open actually for a while now. That's kind of been our beta test country, just to make sure that all the packages are arriving safely. We're going to give it a couple more days and make sure a few more of them land safely, and then we're actually going to open it up to a few more countries. We're going to start with New Zealand, Great Britain, Ireland, and France. So we'll be opening up to those hopefully this week, actually. I got to check on a couple of more of our Australia orders tomorrow, but if all goes well, then we will probably be open then up this week. Worst case, it would be next week, but it'll be very, very soon. I don't know what the temperature of vapor is when sub-ohming a direct lung hit. I don't know the answer to that. The Rocket, is the Rocket a pocket-friendly device? As in a pocket? I think you're making a pocket rocket joke there, Jay Gator, but I'm not sure. But it isn't really. It's a Genesis, so if you turn it on its side, it's going to leak all over the place. I'm trying to keep caught up in chat here. Use mesh for a dripper. It's okay if mesh touches the bottom deck. Yes, it's okay if the mesh touches the bottom deck as long as yes, it's okay if it touches the bottom deck, but if it touches the bottom deck, there is a potential for you to get a hot spot or a short that you would need to work out. If it's not oxidized where it's touching the deck. But if you wrap the coil right and don't wrap it too tight, then you shouldn't have any problems. Let's see. How do you get to be a host? Don't talk to me. I'm just a host. I don't do anything running the show. You might want to talk to Samazon or Derp or one of the other head honchos at Vape On. I'm just a lowly host that does a weekly show. Oh, there you go. Samazon gave me a link to the forum. I'm sorry, guys. I'm kind of trying to keep up. Wicked bacon. All right. All right, fair enough. I'll keep that in mind when I do the review on the rocket. Oh, you're welcome, Jack. No, you're not. I mean, I use mesh because I like the taste of mesh. I don't like the taste of mesh. I like the way the juice tastes on mesh. And I like the ease of cleaning mesh as well. I put mesh on everything. I put mesh on stuff that's not intended to be used with mesh. Like you saw the Quasar review that I did. I set it up with mesh. It's just personal preference. There's nothing wrong with using silica on a Jenny, if that's what you like. There's nothing wrong with using mesh on a dripper. You know, I mean, it's just personal preference, that's all. Cloud contest? No, I didn't even know about that. It's in Denton, Texas? No, I can't, man. I'm actually going to a metal show on Saturday. I'm going to see Amon Amarth. I didn't even know about that. The dripper that I showed earlier is actually made by the same people that make the Prometey. It's called the Achilles. It's from, they go by Modders Group from the Ukraine. They need to come up with a better name, but that's what they're called. Odyssey from Totally Wicked? I'm not familiar. That's right, Viking Metal. Sorry if I missed some questions, guys. They were rolling in faster than I could reply. Alright. Right on, guys. I think I got through most of them. Oh, discount code for Giant Vapes. That's still active until the end of the night. Let me post it real quick if anybody wants it. That is Vape on TV 10, all one word, all caps, and that'll get you 10% off until the end of the night. Not yet, Darren. Not yet. We're almost there. By the end of this week, most likely, we will be all set up. We're still finishing up our beta test with Australia, but we're almost there. Thank you, guys. I hate you, Paul. Shut up. Yeah. Well, the Aussies were first because they have the most lenient laws. Actually, that's the reason why we did Australia first. Because they're totally cool with importing e-liquid as long as it's for personal use and not for distribution. So that was the reason why we did Australia first. And they don't have crazy taxes. Well, they have taxes obviously, but they don't have the VAT. So thank you guys again. I'm gonna wrap things up. Thank you for coming by. We'll have we got another big show planned for next week. Lots more giveaways, more reviews, more fun stuff, more listening to me ramble on for an hour and a half. And yeah, have an awesome night. Throw the metal. Oh, all right. I'll answer one more question. Sorry. Bat Derp does have a little bit of menthol in it. Yes. So, all right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.